StoryofO by Pauline Réage. O's introduction to Réage. O, a successful Parisian photographer, is in a loving relationship with Renee. He takes her to a mysterious chateau called Réage. Upon arrival, she is stripped, dressed only in a mask and cape, and informed that her sole purpose is to obey and please the men there completely. The rules and training. O learns the strict rules of Réage. She is taught absolute submission through various acts of servitude and ritualized sexual encounters. She must always be available and is subjected to both pleasure and punishment to break her will and reshape her identity around obedience. The return to Paris. After her time at Réage, O returns to her normal life in Paris but remains Renée's exclusive property. She continues to live by the rules of submission, wearing specific clothing and a ring engraved with her owner's name as a constant symbol of her status. Renée's gift to Sir Stephen. Renée reveals that he does not consider himself worthy of O's total submission. He gives her to his older, more powerful English stepbrother, Sir Stephen. O is transferred to Sir Stephen, who becomes her new master and imposes an even stricter and more demanding regime. Sir Stephen's demands. Sir Stephen's ownership is more severe and intellectual than Renée's. He demands not just O's body but her complete psychological surrender. He requires her to be branded with his initials and pierced in an intimate place to permanently mark her as his possession. Jacqueline's entrance. O encounters Jacqueline, a beautiful and initially resistant woman who is also being trained for submission. O is ordered to participate in Jacqueline's initiation, serving as an example and a tool to help break Jacqueline's resistance, which she does with a mix of compassion and obedience. The journey to Samas. Sir Stephen takes O to another estate, Samas, which is run entirely by women. This community practices a form of submission that is both more severe and, in its own way, more intimate. Here, O's training and testing reach their most extreme levels. The ultimate test of devotion. Sir Stephen presents O with her final test. She must offer herself to his son, demonstrating that her submission to Sir Stephen's will is absolute and transcends all personal emotion, jealousy, or shame. This act represents the complete effacement of her own identity. The final choice. With his authority over O utterly proven, Sir Stephen gives her a choice: she can return to her ordinary life and be free, or she can remain his slave. He implies that choosing to stay is the ultimate expression of her devotion, but also acknowledges it may lead to her destruction. O's decision. The book concludes with O's decision. She chooses to remain Sir Stephen's slave. In the final, powerful image, she waits for him dressed in her slave's costume, having fully and finally annihilated her former self to exist only as an object of his will. StoryofO is a profound and challenging exploration of the psychology of total submission and the annihilation of the self. It transcends mere titillation to present a stark, literary examination of power, consent, and identity, framed within an extreme and ritualized world. The novel remains deeply controversial, celebrated by some as a masterpiece of transgressive literature and criticized by others for its graphic depiction of female subjugation. Ultimately, it forces the reader to confront uncomfortable questions about desire, freedom, and the limits of the will.